Disneyland Resort is the place, and boy, did they let the cat out of the bag when it comes to 2024 events, in particular, Disneyland After Dark events for 2024. You know it. There are so many of these themed after-hour parties coming back to the theme parks in 2024. Lots of special tickets that, of course, need to be purchased for this. But Tyler, a whole list of special ticketed parties for Disneyland. I guess, which tickle your fancy? And did anything surprise you?
I actually, so I guess I will start with the tickly bits. I gotta say, the last time I went to Pride Night, that was like so cool. Everybody was really into that, and so I could definitely see myself wanting to go again because I just feel like the vibes were immaculate, as I always like to say about it. Like, I mean, everybody was just having a great time. People were singing in the streets and there was no crying anybody. There were, it was just everybody was there for.
Nobody was crying.
No one was crying.
That typically happen at the private events.
No,
there were no fighting. There was no stroller.
What I'm saying is there were very little children there. So,
very few kids. All right, hanging out. All right, got it.
Yeah, which is not. Yeah, I don't want anybody.
No meltdowns.
Yeah. But I don't want anybody to mistake it. I'm not like, oh, why are these kids at my theme park? I get it. Like kids definitely belong there. I'm not saying they shouldn't be there, but
Disneyland is not for the children. It is for the dual income, no kids.
That's right. The dinks.
The
That's right.
Of the world. Yeah.
Yeah. Get out of my theme park, you families. Yeah, but I'm very excited to try and get to Pride Night again. I think that'd be really cool. I think that the Disney Channel night is pretty surprising, but I actually think it's a genius idea. You won't catch me dead there. For me, a lot of people love Disney Channel.
I guess I'll have to take Katrina.
I know.
Oh, she wants to go? I don't know.
Look at his sad, disappointed face. I was like, no one wants to dress up with like Xenon or like Lizzie McGuire.
Raven.
Here's the problem. I was first two things. I was a Nickelodeon kid, number one.
Wow, this explains a lot.
So, but also number two, I was a little bit too old for most of these shows. Well, I'm not gonna say that because I feel like a lot of people. Yeah, it was out of my purview. It just didn't tickle my fancy, And the thing,
don't upset Donald.
But the thing about it too is that also it was my sister was into like a lot of the Disney Channel stuff, so you got to remember, as like an older brother with a little sister watching this stuff.
Were you in your goth phase then? Was that what that
was?
was?
Yeah. It's just one of those things.
Disney
like
Channel.
It's just one of those things. Like when your little sister is watching something, it's not your cup of tea anymore.
Yeah, sure.
So she was watching all this stuff, and so I didn't. That wasn't my vibe. I don't know. I missed the boat. That's all I can say. And I respect that people love the Disney Channel, and I get it.
It's quite
the
really
legacy,
right? It goes back to the 80s.
Yeah,
even.
and it's only destroyed, a few handfuls of people. So, so it's a good thing all around.
That's okay.
Most child stars.
Yeah,
that's true.
So I think that was a great idea, though. Whoever came up with Disney Channel Night should get a raise, because I think a lot of people are going to lose their mind about that one.
If they had Protozoa singing, I would lose my mind.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sweetheart Hearts. I get it. But can we move on? Can we also move on from Star Wars?
They've been like banging it to like the ground. I'm like, all right, I get it.
Look how many.
Think of something new.
Embrace Galaxy's Edge. Embrace Galaxy's Edge for the beauty.
That's the next thing I was gonna say, Garrett. Is don't. Put what you're gonna put into Star Wars Night, put it into Galaxy's Edge, because that's already you're failing at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
So what the resources you want to put into Star Wars Night, put it into Galaxy's Edge. I don't understand. You're just
so Star Wars Night. You're gonna add a couple extra characters at Galaxy's Edge only for those nights, and then just that's it.
Yep.
It'll never happen ever again.
Yep.
Well, they're gonna have Leia dressed up in her white thing with R2-D2 and.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say her slave.
No, she's not doing slave. No, she's not going slave.
I don't think that's gonna fly.
No, they're not doing slave Leia. That's for sure. I mean, hey, I could see a lot of people getting very excited for that, but that's not happening. Yeah. I don't know. can we move on from Star Wars Night? Because
It's
it
true.
should be something else. Like what it is. Because I know a lot of people are like, "What do you mean? I love Star Wars." Yeah, and you should be treated properly. What you're doing is you're in a bad relationship and you're letting this person hurt you. That's what's happening.
It's an abusive Star Wars
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah.
Let's take a look at the breakdown of all of the dates if we can. I mean, between Sweethearts Nights and Star Wars Nights, my goodness,
Sweethearts
those are the
Nights is like
majority.
too much. Like
Way too many.
it's not special at that point. Like when we did Sweethearts Nights, it was just that one night, and that was like the first After Dark event, and it was fun. It was great. There wasn't a lot of people, and it was perfect. But now they're just trying to like hammer it in and just like make all the money, and then just throw up a couple cardboard cutouts of hearts and stuff, and then say, "Okay, money, please."
Now, I will say this, if more of these events were meant to distribute the crowds better, then great.
Yeah.
Then that's perfect.
I don't
If
think
that's
that's
what
it.
they're doing, I just don't have a lot of faith in that because
Yeah.
they never do that. And if this is intended to stretch out those crowds and make sure that no one event is overwhelmed, then let's do it.
Yeah.
But if this is just a money grab and all of these nights are pandemonium, okay, we have a problem here, and it doesn't make sense to do it that often and to not serve a better product.
Yeah.
Garrett, are you coming to Disney Channel Night, and will you be Zach and or Cody?
I would love to come to Disney Channel Night, but I'm going to come as Kim Possible personally. I got the crop top ready to go. Like, Kim Possible was my show. I loved
But you're
it.
not
And
the
when
naked
movie
mole
came out-
rat.
Oh, Rufus is my dog. If they
keeps
have the
that somewhere
Nako,
else.
oh my gosh, do you know that would be like amazing? Like Shigo there? Oh, I had a crush on Shigo, even though she was bad. I had a crush on Shigo for sure. Out of all these nights, Star Wars Night sounds the most promising because it's Star Wars. But I agree with Tyler. If they haven't delivered with Galaxy's Edge, what are they going to do with this event? I will come if they say that Darth Vader will ride the Astro Orbiter like in all the old commercials and just go around and around with the stormtroopers behind him. That would be worth coming, just for the sake of, I know how George Lucas hated when Disney would do that stuff. So just to see that happen would be it. The Disney Channel Night sounds amazing. It sounds a lot of fun. I wonder what elements of that they'll bring out, because the new stuff isn't as good. It's like the old stuff from the 2000s and 90s. That's prime Disney Channel right there.
Oh, we're going to see Synergy Central on these nights. I think that the whole idea of a Disney Channel night is probably in lieu of a throwback night of any particular era, because they can incorporate all the eras and bring in sort of the demographics from every wing of Disney Channel over the course of time. And certainly I think everybody believes that their era of Disney Channel was the best era of Disney Channel. If you look at it today,
our era was better.
right, yeah, just
Obviously.
our era.
The era that I liked the best was like Kids Incorporated and
Way back.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
I was back in. I'm old, guys.
Bear in the Big Blue House,
Yeah.
anyone?
Oh, Bear in the Big Blue House.
Oh my
yeah,
god!
heck
If they
yeah.
had
That guy
Bear in
was
the
a
Big Blue
gentleman.
House, that'd be crazy.
He was a gentleman.
Yeah. I do want to just say one last thing about this situation,
Yeah.
which is just that, my thing is like, for the parties, it's like, for Halloween, you have to do a Halloween party. If they want to do a Christmas party, it's got to be Christmas themed. I feel like this is their chance to do like new and cool parties on a regular basis.
Innovative.
And that's why I don't like the fact that they are just like, oh, Sweethearts Night again, like Star Wars Night again. Like, I think Pride makes a lot of sense, and Disney Channel is a great idea. I want them to come up with more great ideas like Disney Channel Night, and just think that makes a lot of sense to me. But now that they've done this one Disney Channel Night, I guarantee you there's going to be many more throughout the years. So I just hope that they take the opportunity to make something new and unique. That's because they have that chance. So
Very true.
I know.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do like a 50s night? Like that was a fun night.
Well, we needed more space for Sweethearts Nights and Star Wars.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's why.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy.
Well, I can't wait to cosplay as Phil Duffy, a Phil of the future.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah,
Yes, Diffie.
you gotta chop
Diffie.
off your pinky toe, dog, and gotta get that milk engine.
Can't wait. Take me back.
I'm with you.
Bring it on. Yes. Will you let us know what Disneyland After Dark event are you most psyched for? Are you going to Sweethearts Nights? doing the Pride Night? Are you heading to Star Wars? Disney Channel is where it's at for you. Let us know in those comments.